Hey sis, welcome back to my channel. So happy that you're back. So happy that you're watching. Make sure you click the thumbs up button down below and subscribe to my channel for more videos like these. Alright? Alright, so today I'm going to be talking to you guys and we're going to get down to it. Like, I'm going to talk to you guys about how I got into the University of Tampa. Now, a lot of you guys love watching my videos about UT that I posted like a long time ago. Like, to this day, I still get comments of people asking me questions about the University of Tampa and stuff like that. So today I'm gonna be doing a video called how I got into the University of Tampa. Now, I know, like, I don't know how the timing for this is because I know, like, y'all high schoolers, y'all seniors and stuff are graduating like in the next couple of weeks, and I'm sure you've already gotten your acceptance and rejection letters. So I don't know, but I know there's a lot of people who's trying to get in for like the spring semester and all that stuff, and there's people who just, like, if you were like me when I got into UT, I was watching every video on YouTube that had anything to do with UT. So let's get started. So I graduated high school class of 2016, and I know if you're like a senior or a junior watching this, you're like, she's old. I'm really not old. I'm turning 20 in July, so I'm not old. It just sounds old when I say when I graduated, because it's like when I was graduating, like 2016 sounded like so far away, and like all the other people were graduating like class of 2015, 2014, and I was like, class of 2016, this is like forever away, but now it's like forever ago. And yeah, but anyways, besides the point, I graduated class of 2016. I did not graduate with a high GPA. I don't have my transcript, but I'm pretty sure my GPA was like a 3.38. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it was. I think it was a 3.38, so almost a 3.4. So yeah, I had mostly like A's and B's. I averaged about 2 to 3 A's and 1 to 2 B's. So, and I did take AP classes. I took about 2 AP classes or 3, y'all. I don't remember. It was 2 or 3. My school didn't offer like a whole lot of APs, but I did take a couple. And yeah, that's how I graduated high school. So in this video, I'm gonna kind of like prove to you don't have to be like a super smart genius to get into nice schools, because I'm not a super smart genius. Especially, don't listen, y'all, I'm not the most book smart person unless it has to do with like writing. I'm a little book smart when it comes to writing, but math and science and all that, man, yeah, that's not really my expertise. So backstory, I was supposed to go to NYU. Like, I knew in my heart of hearts that I was going to NYU, and that NYU was my home, New York was my home. You know, I wanted to go back to New York because that's where I was born, that's where all my family is, and I was like, I need to go back home. I don't know why I live in Georgia, in Atlanta with all these hillbillies. I need to go back to the city. So y'all, I've been wanting to go to NYU since like 6th grade. So when I applied, I was like super nervous, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get in. Since they sent me that rejection letter so quick, they was like 3.38. So I did not get into NYU. But I did apply to the University of Tampa, and I did not want to go. Like, I thought their website was weird. I thought the colors were ugly. I thought their mascot was ugly. I was just like, this is not even a cute school. Like, what? And they didn't have the major. I originally wanted to go for music. They didn't have the major I wanted. It was nothing like NYU's program. I wanted to go to the Clive Davis School of Music. It was nothing like their School of Music. So yeah, but I got into the University of Tampa, and I ended up going to take a tour. So like, I begged my dad to take me. We went, toured the school. It was beautiful. I actually liked it once I got on campus. It looks so much better in person. It looks good on the computer, like, because they show you like Plant Hall with the minarets and stuff, but trust me, it looks so much more beautiful in person. And I went on a day where it was a hurricane. So it was literally a hurricane going on while we were touring. They did not stop the tour. It was like a hurricane a couple miles away, and it was coming in our direction, but they still wanted to like finish up the tour. So y'all, it was windy and trees were like going like this and all types of stuff. But beautiful school. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I got in. So put in my application. I do remember there was, I think, 2 essays. I'm not quite sure, and I have no idea how to access that kind of information now. I can't even give you guys my essays because they're on my old laptop, and that old laptop is like, it's gonna take me like 3 hours to get into that thing. So but I wrote an essay. I just know I use like the same essays that I used to apply to NYU, USC, and all those other schools. I just kind of, you know, tweaked them a little bit. But just write an essay. And when you write your essays, here's the thing. When you write your essays, you want to be like true to yourself. Like, be professional in your writing. Like, don't write the way I'm talking. I do not write the way I talk, but the way I speak. See, if I was writing, I wouldn't have even said that. The proper word is I don't write the way I speak. But like when you read my writing, you would be surprised that it came from me, because I don't write the way that I speak. It's like I have 2 brains, and one is my writing brain and the other one is my normal everyday just like your brain. And then I have another quarter of a brain that's used for like other stuff, like interviews and stuff. And then I have another brain that's for like for YouTube. I have a couple of brains. But anyways, so write, be yourself, tell your story, tell like what you really mean, but do it in a professional way. So we should get your personality, but also it should be professional, and it should be collegiate level writing. If you're writing on like a high school level, honey, you need to get Grammarly, Grammarly.com, and you need to pay for the real subscription. Do your essay and edit it in Grammarly. And it's not going to make you, it's not going to change your writing a whole lot, but it does make a significant difference in your writing. I use Grammarly, and this isn't a sponsored video. Grammarly don't know nothing about me, but it does change your writing. And I definitely think if you're doing college essays to get into school, use Grammarly. And if you're in college, use Grammarly. If you write anything, use Grammarly. Even if it's the free version, it will help. But if you got the $12, spend it on Grammarly. Moving on to my next point. Just kind of go above and beyond. Don't write over the text that they told you. If they told you to only write 1,000 words, only write 1,000 words. Don't write 2,000 words trying to be an overachiever, because it shows that you don't know how to follow direction. So make your point, make it concise, make it clear. Ask somebody to proofread them. I would say ask a teacher at your school who is really good at writing to proofread it, and then also ask, you know, a regular person, maybe your parents, your brother, your sister, one of your friends, to read over it, just to see, like, get the 2 opinions, you know. Try your best in high school. Like, don't try so hard where you're not enjoying yourself anymore and you're stressing yourself out, because in hindsight, like, college is college. Like, yes, the brand name does matter. I'm not gonna lie. The school that you graduate from, that brand name it's a brand name. It's like wearing a bag. It's like if if I'm wearing a Fashion Nova bag, it's just like a Fashion Nova bag. But if I'm wearing a Gucci bag, people gonna be like, oh, she's wearing a Gucci bag. And it doesn't matter whether like you care about that brand name, but when you are applying to jobs and stuff, you know, it is gonna be different if, you know, your competitor graduated from Ohio Community College and you graduated from Howard University or Spelman or Princeton or any other school that's not even just not just an Ivy League school, but a school that has some kind of presence, that has a reputation, that you say the name and you know about the school, you've heard of it. Okay, so picking a school that has a good reputation is key. And I think it is important that you try your best in high school to get the GPA and the numbers and stuff to get into school. But remember that it's just numbers. Like, I swear to you, it's just numbers. And it doesn't reflect how smart you are. It doesn't really affect how hard of a worker you are, because I work so hard in some classes and the numbers don't reflect that. But you do need to try your best to just get your GPA as best as you can. Like, get it as high as you can. Even if you messed up your freshman year, your sophomore year, try your best your junior and senior year to get those numbers up as high as possible. Apply to as many schools as you can and just pick from what you have. That's what I did. Like, I didn't get into the schools that I dreamed about. I didn't get any full rides, but I picked from what I had. And don't feel bad, because oftentimes people always say try hard in school so you can get a full ride. Try hard in school so you can get into all these schools. Number one, everybody's not going to get a full ride. Everybody's not going to get into the best schools. And if you end up being one of those people who don't get the full ride, who don't get into the best schools, it's nothing wrong with you. Like, don't feel guilty. Don't feel bad about yourself. Don't feel regretful. Like, because, you know, you were a freshman. Like, you got into high school when you were like 14 or 15, and now you're 18 or 19 graduating. It's like, you're not the same person. And you're older, you're more mature, you know, you're probably more responsible. And those last couple of years of high school probably look different than your first 2 years. And there's nothing wrong with that. Go to the schools that you can get into. You can do undergrad at, you know, one of the best schools that you could go to undergrad to one of the schools that you could get into, and then transfer to an extra school for graduate school. If you choose to go to graduate school, you can do your first 2 years at a smaller school, get your associates, then transfer to a different school. Girl, listen, be fluid. You're not stuck in any one place. Okay? Okay. If you're new to my channel, I'm always all over the place, so, you know, I hope you have your notepad and you're just taking notes, because I'm just gonna talk about stuff as it comes into my mind. My SAT scores. So I did go ahead and log into my college. So I did go ahead and log into my College Board account, and y'all, I had to reset. I mean, I didn't have to reset, but I had to figure out my login and all that stuff. But I love y'all. So I'm gonna give you guys. I took the SAT twice, and my first score was the highest. So I first took my SAT October 3rd, 2015, and then I took it again November 7th, 2015. And this was the SAT with the essay, and this was in 2015, like I said, so I know the SAT is different now. I think they got rid of the essay. So yeah, I don't know. But my reading score was a 550, my math score was a 430, and my writing score was a 430 for my first time. The second time I took it, I had the exact same score, except my math score went down to 420. So I did end up going with my first score from October 3rd. So yeah, keep in mind that the SAT is simply a reasoning test. It does, you know, it's heavily on reading and writing, and there is a little bit of math, but it is based on reasoning. So I did better on the SAT than I did the ACT. I flunked that, like, oh my god. I think I had a 12. Like, I think my score was a 12 on the ACT. But the ACT is more based on like math, science, and actual like knowledge of math and science. So definitely take both. See which one is better. Send the one that is better. Don't let them know you a fool in like the ACT or something like that. Like, don't send off those scores. Only send the good scores, because you have a choice. Okay? Yeah, so I did end up getting into the University of Tampa with those scores and with that GPA, but they originally only let me in for the spring semester, and I really wasn't having it because I was ready to go to school. So I did not want to, like, I was like, what am I gonna do for like a whole semester? In hindsight, I should have got a job, because I was broke in college. Listen, if you could take a semester off or a year off, I'm giving y'all advice, and that's not even what this video is about. But since I'm here, like, if you can take some time, if your school tell you that you're in for the spring, get you a job, work for that semester, save up your money, and go to school with some cash to spend. Like, let me tell you, like, I had money for food, and that was about it, because my dad would send me cash for food, because I didn't have a meal plan. I had like a little apartment dorm thingy. After I spent grocery money, girl, I didn't have no money for like no clothes to go like shopping with my friends who went to go shopping. I didn't have no money to go like weekend trips with my friends. Listen, them girls at UT, they be out here, okay? So if you want to keep up with the Joneses, listen, you need to have you just a little bit of pocket cash. So, or just to have some money, because like I get uncomfortable now when my bank account gets like under a certain amount. So, but back then I didn't really care. So, and it's just good to get in the habit of just having money in your bank account just in case something happens. Like you might get stranded, you might need to take an Uber, like. And if you're a freshman, they don't let you have cars, so you gotta leave your car home. So it's gonna be Uber everywhere. So you wanna have a little bit of money on you, especially if you don't wanna like have to call your parents like all the time, like, can I have money for this? Can I have money for that? You might just wanna swipe your card and keep it moving. So get a job before you go to school. And like over the summer or maybe over the break, like if you get in for spring. Anyways, I'm repeating myself. They let me in for spring. So I really wasn't having it because I was ready to go to school. So I ended up talking to my advisor or whatever. When you get in, they give you like this advisor based on your last name. So they gave me this advisor. I was like, listen, I really want to get in for fall. Is there any way that we can make some shake? And he was like, yeah, let me just email me again like a couple of weeks. So I emailed him and I got on. He somehow slid me through the cracks. I don't remember how exactly it happened, but I did. He got me in for fall and I was shook. So, but all that stuff is based on like your grades and stuff. So like if you they're gonna let the people with the higher GPAs and all that stuff in first, and once they run out of room, then they put you on the wait list. Thank God I didn't get on the actual wait list. I was just like in for spring. I was on the wait list for fall. But you know, sometimes they put people on the wait list, like you're not in for spring or fall, you're just on the wait list. So yeah, I did get a scholarship. I think I got about $8,000 because I got two $4,000 scholarships based on grades. I think they were academic, or they're based on something. And then I think I did get a grant. No, I didn't get a grant. I got two scholarships based on academics, and then I got two loans. But I got two loans based on like family income or whatever. And yeah, so I did end up having to take out those loans to go to school, and school is expensive, so there were loans taken out most definitely. But yeah, that's how I got into school. So I only went to the University of Tampa for a year, but it was quite, I wouldn't say eventful, but I definitely do remember college. Like, it's a lot of things I don't remember, but college is one of those things that I do remember. I miss UT. I love being there, except like towards the end. My first semester, I loved being at UT. Like, I loved being at UT. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. If you guys are interested in my hair, this is from my hair company, Lady J Diamond Hair. This is the Russian blonde. So, but I did tone this hair and just do a shadow root. So that's all I really did to it. It's soft, silky, and I love it. I love this color on me. It's like, it's new, but I always knew that I was meant to be blonde. So, you know, I'm really feeling the color. I will catch you guys in my next video. Hit that subscribe button or we gonna fight. And yeah, bye.